Real Madrid can come sniffing, but that door is going to get slammed firmly in their face by the new man at the top at Man United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to change what has always happened in the past between United and Real Madrid and so-called other big clubs. Our youngsters need to be tied down. Madrid sniffing around Garnacho. Mainu's contract is going to get renewed. There's more and more speculation coming in about Kobbie Mainu's new deal and United actually tied him down to a better more rewarding contracts. There's more news on that as well. Manchester United being chased by the tax man. What's going on there then? There's all sorts going on the day after what was that absolutely epic day yesterday. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Welcome along to the show, everybody. As you can tell, my voice is still not fully recovered. I think it's going to take a little bit longer than that. If you was tuning in earlier on today and you watched the live show this lunchtime, we was live and about outside. I just felt it was right being outside, looking over Salford Quays at that magnificent stadium, which is Old Trafford. It was magnificent yesterday. It was electric. It was boisterous. It was awesome. It is going to be going now because there's more news about the stadium and the 2 billion build that's coming our way. He wants 100,000 seater, guys. That's what Sir Jim wants. More importantly, though, let's talk about Manchester United's young crop of players coming through that are breaking through onto the scene right now. It is the life of Manchester United right now, I feel. Our younger players, Garnacho, Mainu, Ahmad breaking on the scene yesterday, Camberwella earlier on as well, even Højlund being the younger player as well. But there's that same old story, and there's a few going around at the moment about Florentino Perez, that parasite, yes, him, the one who is pushing the Super League, the one who has always been in to Manchester United's best players. I suppose in one way, you could look at it and say, well, that's good news. If Madrid are sniffing around United's players, that means we've actually got something again and we've got players that they want. So you have to look at it. If our younger players are being scouted out and being looked at by the likes of Madrid, Barcelona, whoever it may be, other big European clubs, then it means that they're doing well. It means that they're actually they're actually producing decent players, United, again, and they are of top quality, and we know they are. I mean, Garnacho now, 11 goal contributions this season, 7 goals, 4 assists. Kobbie Mainoo obviously has hit the headlines this season as well, but Garnacho is the conversation at the moment. I am not concerned one bit about Alejandro Garnacho going anywhere right now, but you know what happens. You know it always happens. Madrid think they can just go like that, click the fingers and bring in the best that's the best. They've done it with Mbappe. I mean, they knew Mbappe wanted to go to Manchester United. They just think that they can just sit back and expect players to go to Real Madrid. This is what Sir Jim Ratcliffe needs to change. He has to hold firm and has said so as much in no uncertain terms that he is going to be the difference this time. It's not going to be as it was. In yesteryears, Manchester United would have been doing well on the pitch. In yesteryears, Manchester United would have looked at certain players and the right time for getting rid of them. Not in their prime, no. Definitely not. It's the 5-year contract that Garnacho is on right now. Sees him through until 2030, I think it is, something like that. At the age you'll be then of, a ripe old 23, 24, I think. That's prime Alejandro Garnacho. No, honestly, I think that Madrid would go as far as to saying, look, we'll wait out that contract and then go in for Garnacho at the end of it on a free transfer. This is where United have to be savvy. This is where United have to be a little bit different to what we was before. Because, yes, Garnacho has signed up 5 years, great contract. Nothing to worry about right now. But by the time he fully matures and turns into the world-class player that we all expect him to turn into, and we all expect him to be. I mean, it could go wrong in that time. We don't know. I could be jumping the gun a little bit and overhyping it. But from what we're seeing, season-on-season progress usually is a good sign that the player is worth it and is going to become that ultimate player. So, yeah, Garnacho, I think, is the real deal. And his performances this season, better than what he was last season. Everyone was raving then. Even after his contract that he's been given, his bumper deal, he is still producing, the sign of a well-screwed-on-head young man and a man that looks like he wants to be at United going forward. His quotes coming out from weekend, I love this club. The man looks like he's going to cry every time there is a bit of glory at Old Trafford. He's just so emotional and so connected to the Man United fan base and this club right now. We have invested a lot of time in producing Garnacho, bringing him in from Atleti, bringing him into our academy, nurturing him through, bringing him in that Youth Cup winning team where he scored the winning penalty and then breaking onto the scene, playing alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. That's what we've got in Alejandro Garnacho, and that's what needs protecting. So we're looking at it, and I've poo-pooed giving Manu a new contract yet. We jumped the gun too quickly, I feel, with these players. I mean, we've done right in Garnacho. I think it looks like a great deal. I think we've got Erasmus Højlund tied down to a long-term deal as well. All of these players you have to look at and go, these are all players now, all younger players at United. It's not like it was the last 10 years. We haven't got players that are late 20s, early 30s, mercenaries, players at the end of their careers that aren't going to go anywhere. We were bringing in players that were just coming to United to finish off. No one was going anywhere. United couldn't make any money in the transfer market, and it was been clear that our past in terms of negotiating deals for our players and our best players has been pretty much diabolical. It's been pretty shit, hasn't it? It has. We haven't managed to make any money on any players because it's not been worth it. We've bought poorly and therefore cannot get rid of the players. We're definitely not selling players to better clubs. That changes when you get a crop of youngsters coming through like we have that could be tempted by the lights and the bright lights of Real Madrid, like a Jude Bellingham has done, like Mbappe is going to be doing this summer. All of these players going in. And then you look at the likes of Garnacho at Manchester United. This is where it's changing. If we are going to turn that page and get better, then we need to secure our younger players, our big assets, and we need to change. This is where I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe needs to be completely on top of everything that's going on at Manchester United, and is why he's bringing in the best in class to handle this situation, because no matter what happens on the pitch for Manchester United now, no matter how successful we are going forward, we know we are unearthing talent from our own academy again. I've been lauding it up and been praising it for months and months and months now, the academy and the work that they're doing. Everyone knows that I have spoken to Travis Binion. I have spoken to Nick Cox, the head of the academy at Manchester United. I've sat down with both of them, men, and spoke with both of them. There is a lot of work going on right now at Manchester United academy, and it is only going to produce even better players. And they're coming through and will be in this football club in some way, in this team right now, this first team, in and around that matchday squad. At least, I would say, 3 or 4 of them that have got a real talent that are going to be popping their heads in on these matchday squads coming up, and then eventually will get the chance like Kobbie Mainoo has and Garnacho has, Kambawala has. You can even add the likes of Ahmad to this now in terms of where he is at and now just breaking through. Players here with serious futures ahead of them. And Manchester United are going to have to start acting like a big club again. They're going to have to start fending off offers. This is where United now, it changes from what's happened in the last 10 years. The last 10 years, like I said, we haven't had anyone to sell on. Players have come at the wrong end of their careers and have not been worth it. They've got no longevity, and Manchester United have just been diabolical in the transfer market and the recruitment area. It's short-term fixes. Right now, United have got a future. We've got a plan coming through this academy, and hopefully Sir Jim Ratcliffe can grip this academy and this prospect of these players coming through with both hands and nurture them through into real talents that they really do look like. You don't see the Liverpool youngsters flying off overseas anywhere. They get looked after, nurtured at their academy and brought through at the right time and given the right treatment for when they do arrive into that first team. Manchester United right now are in a very good position with our younger players, and I think we do need to just be careful. So what I'm saying here is this, is like, as soon as you get a sniff of someone like Florentino Perez even looking at Garnacho, one of the papers, it was the Mailer, even said, look, he's planning on having a meeting with Garnacho when Real Madrid come over to Manchester to play Man City in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. I don't think that's true. I don't believe, but you just don't know. Like I said, this guy still thinks that the bleeding Super League is going to go ahead. So anything is possible with this. You know what he's like. He cares for no one, and he will do whatever it takes to get whatever player he needs. He is a Galactico hunter and wants the best that there is out there. He will make it his sole job and purpose to make sure that Real Madrid have the best players, the best young players going. So, no. Man United and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, like we said, not on our watch. This cannot happen. No more thank you. Close that door. It changes from this point forward. No more pushovers. I talked about it earlier on today with Man United and where we're at right now with Newcastle and Dan Ashworth. It doesn't matter that Newcastle have sort of come to an area of 10 million for Dan Ashworth. Ineos are still saying no. This is the precedent that they're setting right now. They are negotiating hard, and this is how it will be going forward with everything with Manchester United. No more No more messing around. No more Mr. Soft Guy when it comes to United and negotiating any deals with anything. And that, I feel, is massively important. I'll come to the chat in a second, guys, and get your opinions on Garnacho. Is he the real deal, first of all, guys? I want your opinions on it. Some people have been criticising him recently. They have. Saying he isn't all of that. Everyone is overhyping him. Some people have said that Manu is overhyped as well. But what we have got is a disjointed, unorganised, yes, hit and miss, and we get hits like yesterday. Fantastic. Brilliant. Love it. But we are inconsistent, and it's hard for these younger players to adapt and play better and get better. The fact that these players like Manu, Garnacho, Ahmad, Rasmus Højlund, all of these players, yes, Rasmus Højlund and Ahmad did not come through our academy. They were brought in. Still, we scouted them young, and we made sure that we were bringing in the right type of player. There was something in Ahmad that somebody seen while under Solskjaer. Someone at the scouting... in the scouting department at United has seen something in Ahmad. It's for him to not have played, 3 professional games, and we spent that much money on him, near 30 million. Someone has to have seen something in him. I have been questioning this forever and a day. I've wanted to see what the hype is about. We've seen it in glimpses back when Ollie was playing. The goal against Donnarumma, the header against AC Milan. That was that Bruno ball in, and a good header from him, brave. We've just not seen it. We've seen him produce it at Sunderland, and then he's come in fits and starts when he's been back from injury this season. Not looked great, looked okay, and then bang, yesterday, it's like, wow, that was what they were talking about then. The pressing, the eagerness, the willingness to chase down, hassle, harry these players like Højlund, Garnacho, Ahmad, Manu, they will run all day for you. You have got a core of a team there that is worth really investing in. And I feel like Manchester United need to start looking ahead. Like, we know that Perez is sniffing around. He will be. Everyone's going to be looking at what United are doing. You don't get moments like yesterday without the world watching. I mean, ITV reported a record, I think it was 9 million, 8.99 million people watching live. Jesus. ITV, that's basically saving their bacon right now. One game. Because the rest of it's crap, innit? Let's be honest. They don't do anything else, but they nailed it yesterday with that United and Liverpool game. But yeah, as soon as we get any sort of inkling that Madrid are interested, it's time to start looking into what we can possibly put in place. The brilliance of Sir Jim Ratcliffe in this is, it's like, if you are going to nurture a young team, invest in your academy, bring through these players into a structure, then this time you have got someone like Omar Barada at the top, at the helm of controlling all of this, and a man that knows how Real Madrid operate, knows how big clubs operate, knows how to structure a contract period or a contract lifetime for players. Does he need upgrading? Does he need upgrading? Does he need a renewed contract? Does he need a better deal? Are there incentives better for this player? Make it impossible for that man to want to leave Manchester United. Never mind make it impossible for him to leave. Make it impossible for him to want to leave Manchester United is what Sir Jim and his team need to be doing with all of our young players. It's not about throwing sweeteners at them and just making it seem a lot tastier than what it is in terms of United. It's not. It's building a culture. It's building an environment of a club that wants to be the best. When he builds this new stadium, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, which he will, it's going to be the biggest in the world. It's going to be the best in the world. This is what he wants to do. This is where I feel Sir Jim Ratcliffe is just a different ball game altogether. And yes, the proof is in the pudding, and Graham says in the eating. Yes, it is. And we will see. We're all on hearsay right now. We're all listening to what Sir Jim Ratcliffe's rumours are, what people are saying behind the scenes, picking out bits of that interview like I do myself, and trying to figure out how he's going to implement his plan. 3 years seems short to me. It still does. It is a massive summer coming up right now. So yes, we're in a situation where we don't know, and we're hoping more than anything. But with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I feel Manchester United are secure in not being pushed over anymore. We can see this clearly. Like, looking at this deal with Ashworth right now, it's like, don't care. Keep bringing up your price. Keep trying to make us bid higher by saying that Ashworth's not going to be available this summer. You're going to miss a full summer transfer window. We're not paying it. It's as simple as that. This is what real businesses are run like. This is what proper businessmen run their accounts like. And they do not go into deals and negotiate and buckle as quickly as what United do. I tell you what, John Murtough will get a shock when he's dealing with transfers this summer. With obviously Ashworth is not going to be here in time. If this is going to carry on like it is with Ashworth and Newcastle, then we just have to settle in and know what's coming this summer. But I think a lot of people that are working for United now are going to get a serious education in how businesses should be run, because Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not messing around. When it comes to cash, to money, and when that is exchanging hands, contracts and all of that, he knows how he wants to operate, and he's bringing in the people that are on that level to operate that way. So strap yourself in for what is going to be a long drawn out summer, I feel, because we ain't buckling. We will go out and find deals that may be with players in their last year of their contract, that may be looking, or their agents are looking elsewhere. We'll be looking for little deals that work better for us, and they will be looking to make money off players. They'll be looking at investment and sell-on factor as well, and that's not everything that he said. He said it's all about the football. But for the football to work, you have to protect your investment, and you do need to make money. No matter what he says about making money, United need to make money just to cover financial fair play and PSR. So make money, generate more money, spend more money. That's what the new PSR rules are going to be. So when Jim Ratcliffe says it's not all about money, it's not about making money, well, it is about making money, because you need to balance PSR. It's as simple as that. So don't listen to what Sir Jim says in terms of him wanting to make money out of Manchester United. No, he doesn't want to make money for himself, but he needs Man United to make money still, to make sure that he can reinvest that money in and make Manchester United great again, if you get what I mean by that. So it's not going to be a case of him spending all his money and not worrying about it. He needs to make Man United better. There's your line there. He needs to make United. I think I've done well with that one, actually, there. I think I'm quite pleased with that. And I've rambled on for nearly 18 minutes. Christ, tonight that was a quick start, wasn't it? Give the video a like, guys, if you like me talking and losing my voice completely, trying to explain United's finances, our youth team being bent over by Florentino Perez. No, that's not happening anymore. And please subscribe to the channel if you love me ranting away like I am. I am going to come to the chat now. We are live, guys. If you are catching up later and you're like, I want to say so much, but I can't, get your comment in below after the stream is finished. We did a great stream, me and Kaz, earlier on today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in that. And we will get round to answering some of your questions on that as well. We've just been busy this afternoon sorting stuff out. We have big plans for the channel, like I said earlier on today. We've got a lot coming up, an awful lot coming up. So, yeah, I'll keep you all posted as it all happens. But, yeah, just days are busy, and sometimes if we don't get back to your questions or comments, then it's just because we have got quite a lot on as well. So, yeah, but thank you anyway. Your support has been immense over the weekend. The numbers have been fantastic, guys. Let's see if we can hit that like button up to 150, guys. Over 600 in the room with us right now. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. It's time to get into the chat. I've talked for quite a bit of time there, so I'm going to have a good scroll right back up the comment line and stop it there. Okay, bad place to stop it. Give them Rashford no more. It says Jam LMX73. Cafel says Madrid want Mbappe, Garnacho and Haaland. Don't know where they're getting the cash from. I don't. They'll probably have to sell some players, and they are good at selling players and making money as well. Michael Vine says, the Guinness lovers, have you tried Brewdog's Black Heart Stout? Nothing to do with football at all. Apologise to anyone watching later. I'm trying to bring in chats that are related to what I've just been talking about. But everyone is having their own jolly old time in the chat, it would seem. It will depend on whether we are on top winning again, says Dad Sweets. Gray says, anyone changing subject? Adam's best line today, can't mix up Gray and Graham. Gray's important. There you go, Gray. Lots of Grays in there. Pretty much like my beard, guys. Yes. I'm laughing at myself. That's a sad thing to do, that. God. We've had Andy Tate sending Adam funny videos out walking his dog. A guy is nuts and so funny. Yeah, I've had more content from Andy. If you haven't watched Andy's vlog from yesterday, guys, it's epic already. Go scroll down the channel on the video section. It's there. You'll know which one it is straight away. Just look at the thumbnail and see Andy's face, and it draws you straight, and it's like, what is this guy saying? And he sets off like a steam train. Straight off the bat, straight away. It's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. Let me just see what else we've got in the chat right now. Murto can't do deals. Only deals he can do is a Tesco meal deal. How bad is he at negotiating is unreal. No, he's bad. We know he's bad. I know he's bad. Let's back the manager, Adam. One more season with a structure. It can't be one more season, Luke. If he does well this season, he's getting a new deal, mate. It'll be another 3 years. If Ten Hag wins the FA Cup, or Ineos decide to keep him anyway, no matter what, then we're going to be looking at Ten Hag, I think. So he'll have one more year. I think he'll sign a 2-year extension. So his contract will run out in 2026. I expect him to get a new deal up to 2028. That's how I think it's going to be after this season. No, that's wrong, that, isn't it? Yeah, 2026. 2025 his deal ends. So he'll get a new deal up to 2027. That's what will happen at the end of this season. So if you want Ten Hag and you're fully backing him, you've seen enough, you may have changed your mind about him, you were always a Ten Hag-inner, you wanted these players out before the manager, any of them, debates, arguments, but you in the end wanted Ten Hag to stay, then it's not going to be for one season. It's going to be under a new deal, which will probably see him through to 2027. It just has to be. If Ineos are committing to 3 years, they're going to need to commit to the manager and their plan. And he's going to want to bring in players that are going to be coming to fruition or finding their feet or coming of age, you could say, around that 3rd year time. And that's what you have to do. If you're going to give a manager a chance, and Ten Hag, if he sees out this season and then manages to see through that first season under Ineos, he will be the longest serving manager post Sir Alex Ferguson. Now that's saying something on its own straight away. It really is. Chats. What looks good? Roddy Johnson says, got to get 500 and Adam will dye his hair blonde. You got no chance, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not debating your willingness to do it or your commitment to the channel at all. I just don't think anyone listens when I say like the video. Well, some of you do because we're up past 160 right now, but you ain't getting 500. Big up Adam and FUTV Army. Yes, Stephanie, thank you. You was on form this morning, Stephanie. It's not gone unnoticed. Real Madrid will 100% be looking at Garnacho, says Malps. Yes, we will. We will. No, Madrid will. Let me see what else we've got here. Ahmad Garnacho will Highland the FA Cup, says Michael. Don't know what you mean by that. Will win the FA Cup, I think you mean there, Michael. Perez can do a meeting with Pepe the Frog. You not having Kobe. Now, I'm not worried about Kobe. I think he will be fine. I think he'll be fully committed. He is well interested. He's well invested in Man United. He is. He's come through the academy. I'm not saying that's a guarantee that these players stay. I'm not. Eventually, it comes to a stage. But can Ineos bring these players through, see the best of them, and then sell them on when it's the right time? That's what we're looking at in the structure. It's like right now we're looking at Ineos' structure, and the early stages of it are going to be, can you get rid of the deadwood? Can you bring in some quality to help Ten Hag and start winning trophies? The next phase of that structure is going to be, like Berardo, and this is his job probably mainly, I feel, and Dan Ashworth's, when these players are at the right stage to be sold on at the right price to make the most for Manchester United. Because let's be honest, we can't keep everyone forever. Everyone's got a sell-by date. And Manchester United, if they're going to be that big club, they need to be like Real Madrid. They need to be like Barcelona. Well, not like Barcelona. They're just corrupt and in millions of pounds of debt. God help them and how they manage. They definitely need the Super League. But the likes of Real Madrid have always known how and when to sell their players. They've known it and they've got good money for them. City do it as well. Obviously, we've seen Liverpool do it with certain players and then reinvest it back in. You need to know when a player's time is up and when to sell him to make the most profit out of that as well. And that is part of that structure. He's still young. People compare young players to people like Ronaldo, which is unfair. He was unique. Who is that, Stu? I don't know who you're talking about. But Garnacho his stats at this stage of his United career are pretty much level with what Ronaldo's were. Now, I know there was another player, and everyone's going to say this. If you are well into your Manchester United, like I am, then you will know that Nani had better stats than Cristiano Ronaldo. At his first, I think, 2 or 3 years at the football club. He was a good player, Nani, for me. I really liked Nani, but I think he was just underrated and never got like the full respect he deserved. We just had a very good team at the time. Lee Dixon, Madrid will go for Haaland once they've got Mbappe. Pep has probably one season left at City before he goes back to Barca and avoids all the 115 charges. Lee didn't say that. I added the 115 at the end because I think he will be gone by the time that comes around. By the way, that was harsh on, or maybe not harsh on Forest, but harsh on the fans and the manager and the players, really, because they are now in the relegation zone, punished by PSR and the Premier League today, guys. 4 points. What do you think about that? Well, really annoyed if I was a Forest fan and then these PSR rules changed this year and them and Everton were the only ones to get punished by the old rules. That would really, really rile you, wouldn't it? It would. That would be something Jurgen Klopp would really like to get into, wouldn't it, as something being unfair. MDR Samurai, how are we supposed to perform when they stay on the bench? Ahmad needs time. All these young players need time on the pitch, especially when we have all these injuries and where play is so poorly. That's got what you meant there in the end, mate. Yes. Yeah, well, Ahmad is suspended for Brentford. Gutted about that. I thought he really could have contributed to the game. But we've got enough to beat Brentford, I feel. Brentford are really struggling at the moment. If it weren't for teams being deducted points, I think Brentford will be right there down in the mixer. I mean, even Ivan Toney can't turn them around. So, yeah, Brentford in trouble. I expect United to go there and win. It's not going to be easy. We know what happened there last season. I've talked about this before, but I'd love to have seen Ahmad there. Like, was it Stu? I can't remember who said it then in the comment section. It is time that we've seen a lot more of these players. We need to see more game time for all of these younger players. We do. Ten Hag was talking about Ahmad being punished, really, and not having the right amount of game time. I think it's time we rectified that, and we saw them a little bit more on the pitch. Graham Souness looked annoyed with his teddy bear. Was annoyed, like I think his teddy bear was stolen by Roy Keane when Graham saw the full-time result. Roy Keane went to Graham Souness, you big baby. I didn't see any of Keane's comments apart from the one where he was saying last time out against Liverpool, we were criticising them for not having a go, but this time you cannot say that. They give it a go, and that's what you're going to have to do from now until the end of the season. And I think Roy Keane is right in that. We've stumbled upon something that works for us. Now, against teams like, and this is why this running, I feel, is really interesting and important, because you look at the teams that we've got. Sheffield United, Burnley. I mean, Burnley is stupid. They're just going to come out and try and play football, and we will beat them. Sheffield United will be stubborn and try and hold that, but they're that crap, I think United can beat them. The other teams actually have a style of football. So, apart from Crystal Palace, really, I would say, you look at Brighton, they will play an attractive style of football that'll give United space and chances. Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, all coming to Old Trafford, sort of would play into our hands if we want to play like we did yesterday. Obviously, the FA Cup, you're going to be looking at beating Coventry. I'm confident we can get through the semi-final. Brentford, Chelsea, I think they're all going to have a go. I don't think it's going to be a case of many sort of low blocks for United to deal with. So when you look at what Roy Keane said and what I was saying this morning, like crazy football, just go for it, then I think that's our best form of attack. It's not sustainable, and going into next year, we do need more of a structure. Hopefully that will come with better players being brought into the team, because if you go gun-ho and you've got the likes of McTominay, you've got the likes of Marcus Rashford, some would say Bruno Fernandes for his erraticness, then you are going to get caught like we did yesterday, and we rode our luck big time at a lot of stages in that game yesterday against Liverpool. But still, if you play with that amount of energy and you go for it like we did, more often than not, you're going to get the respect to the fans, you get the atmosphere behind you, and the momentum is everything. It really is. the fact that they managed to get through that game yesterday, having been down and out twice, says a lot about the character and what they want to do for Ten Hag. Just utilise it, is what I say. Luke Waller says, I don't think Garnacho would go to Madrid as he wants and needs first team playing time. He wouldn't start with Vinny, Mbappe and Rodrigo. No, this is the only thing that's got me thinking that Garnacho isn't going to be tempted at all by Real Madrid. Firstly, the contract. Secondly, he's not going to get in the first team. Garnacho is excellent, but he isn't as good as anyone in that front line at Real Madrid or at midfield, in my opinion. Not yet, anyway. So the best is to come. What I'm saying is, and in all of this is, Ineos need to be absolutely rock solid in their approach to situations like this. They need to be fully ready, and this is what I think and why I'm talking about Sir Jim Ratcliffe bringing in the likes of Omar Barada and making sure that his message and his methods are put across and are implemented within Man United. It's very, very important that when we get wind of anything that Madrid want to do or approach anything from United player-wise, then we are in a position where we can just say, see you later, mate. You're going to have to pay the world to get this player. London has dropped in a membership there. The Muppet Show has taken that. Welcome to the Members Club, the Muppet Show. You are more than welcome, my friend. And yes, you are now elevated to legendary status. Over 200 likes in the bag. You're not doing bad, guys. Dare I say it, you may get to 300 before the show is done. You don't have a lot of time left yet, so you better get liking the video, guys. Get your comments flooding in. Let me just say, Harrison's days out with Dad. 500 likes, and Adam wears a tattoo on the next live. What a game yesterday. Atmosphere was amazing, mates. It really was. It was one of the best I've ever witnessed. I think everyone, I asked a lot of people on the vlogs, like, where does this rank? It's up there. It was up there with some of the best. If we get 500 likes, I'll go grey. Sadly, I am grey and losing my hair. Graham, what the hell, mate? Seriously, think about it before you put the comment in. You cabbage head. I think Graham's lack of sleep last night because of the adrenaline of the football has got him thinking crazy stuff. But yeah, in terms of good day, Adam. Good day. Good day. I don't know what that means there. Adam, watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Woof, I like that. Donnell, thank you very much. Let me know where you're all tuning in from tonight. We're all in good vibes tonight, I'm sure. I hope the lads can bring that same energy, fighting spirit, belief and determination into our next league matches. They really showed their potential yesterday, says Ivan Law. Yes, potential that we've all been waiting to see. I think that's the key in all of this. We just haven't been convinced. A tutu. What's a tutu? I don't know what that is. What is that? Am I missing something with that there? Should I know what that is? I've no idea. People are sending me messages. With Brentford form, we should try get a cut price deal for Tony. The price on Ivan Toney has to come down, by the way. I think he's going to be more like 40 million. Would you take Toney at that price? If you could get Ivan Toney for 40 mil, would you take him, guys? Get your comments in the comment section now. Let's see. Michael says, Forest point deduction will give them more oomph to beat Spurs before Spurs have to play Newcastle, City, Arsenal, then Liverpool. Will help United catch them. What ballerinas wear? Right, that's what it is. Right, okay. No, that's not happening either. Debbie, don't get me wrong. I'm giving him credit for yesterday, but it's just one game. Who are you talking about? Let me know. Forest, I have no sympathy with their owner. He seems to be a man who doesn't like being said no to, says Graham. He does come across as a bit of a sort of... to me, he looks like someone from the like a leader of the cartel or something like that, doesn't he? He just looks like he looks like a horrible boss, doesn't he? Will Man United? Will Hughes reiterates. Will Hughes irritates me when we play Crystal Palace after he sent Cass off for no reason. Yes, Crystal Palace are a little bit away yet. Let's talk about what is actually happening right now in these first few games. We'll deal with Palace when it comes to it, but that is another tough game that we don't have a good record at in terms of Selhurst Park anyway. Definitely not. Please keep liking the video, guys. You are on track to hit that 250 mark. Well done, everybody. See if you can push it out to 300 likes for the show, guys. That would be something else. 30 mil for Tony, says Neil. I'm still asking for you guys. 40 mil will get him in, says Donnell. Talking of Donnell, you can see at the bottom tweet there. There is news that Manchester United are not even negotiating with Malen from Borussia Dortmund. He will go in the summer, say Dortmund, but United are not interested. I think Dortmund are just literally trying to string United in here to get hold of Jadon Sancho. We're not going near him. Just leave it be. We've got our own targets. We don't need hand-downs just to get rid of Jadon. We have 5 new members in the house, donated by Gabrielle. Thank you so much. I really appreciate donations like that. That is epic. Them new members are number 7, Lee Brown, Wilbur Taylor, was his face, Michael Beffate, and yeah, that's it. They're the 5. Welcome to the Members Club, guys. We are stacking up on the Members section again tonight. We are building our own army. There will be an update on that next watch-along as well on TIFO for all of you members. And like I said before, I will be letting more and more people know, more subscribers, about what is coming up on TIFO, which is a new platform that are partnering with us here on FUTV for watch-along content. So, yes, just stay tuned. Stay patient is what I'm saying. It is coming, guys, and it's going to be epic. Just ask any of the members right now what they think of it who've been involved in it so far. It is quality. Daniel Hutchinson, Liverpool will not structure... what? Liverpool will not structure good, but that said, I want Liverpool to be good and stop them in mean more. Wow, Daniel, sorry. I don't know what that was about. Maybe something about stopping City or something like that. A few typos in there, mate. That just confused me. Come back again. Let me know what you mean by that. Or where you're going with it. Get Jobs Bellingham. Jobs Bellingham, not Jobs. I'm sure Jude would love to play alongside him. I think it's ever happening. I really don't. Thank you everyone for franking. Thank you everyone for thanking our man Gabrielle as well. I love the community when you all get together like that. Great show, Adam, says Wilbur Taylor. Thank you, mate. Love that. Jim, JW, what did you make of the vile chanting yesterday? Do you know what? Yesterday on that chanting, because I was there, guys, I'll tell you exactly what happened with everything that went down. So apparently there's been 8 arrests. You cannot arrest 30,000 people, which pretty much was the amount of United fans that were chanting, that were hate chanting. And yeah, it's disgraceful. We shouldn't be doing it. We really shouldn't be doing it. Liverpool fans do the same to us on their side, but United fall into the trap. There was a lot of tension in the air. There was a lot of emotions in the air yesterday. It is just scum. I mean, the pyros which were thrown down from the Liverpool fans into the wheelchair section of United fans, the disabled section, that was out of order. Pyros were thrown down from the stand into United fans, not only just the disabled section. They had to be dealt with quite a lot. And yeah, there was that chanting which is always there. And sadly, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. It is constantly always going to be there because you've got idiots at football matches. Doesn't matter what supporters groups the Greater Manchester Police go and visit and talk to beforehand. You're not going to stop them being clowns when they're all tanked up and they've been drinking before the game. It's just not going to happen. So don't even get your hopes up for getting that. It's never going to be there. Sorry. What I mean is Liverpool are good and we win the league in 3 years. It will mean more. Yeah, I'll get you there, Daniel. Thanks for coming back and going over what you meant by that one. Martial has let the fans down badly, says Lee. He's bringing Tony Martial into the conversation. Almost at the 300 like mark, guys. Also, guys, please do Download our SofaScore app. Bottom right hand corner there is your QR code. We've also got a link in the description. Top link in the description, guys. Click on that. The app is totally free. Ranked top 20 on the App Store. The best football app, sports app out there. All of your stats, information and news regarding your club, all the way down the EFL to the National League, international due to world sports as well, like baseball, cricket, badminton if you want. It's all there on the app. It's totally free. Use our link and our QR code, scan it. It all helps the channel, and it's free to you guys and the best that there is. So you might as well just do it. It is there to use straight off FUTV, guys. Get on it. Get downloading it. It's free and the best out there. Big up, Adam. Loving the content. Stay blessed as always. Hassan Tariq, thank you so much for that. Love that comment. Boxing Straight Talk. I think the Liverpool squad is not that great. I think once Klopp leaves, Liverpool will plummet. Hopefully, you're right about that, and they do plummet. But I do believe they have got a good structure at Liverpool, and whoever's coming in manager-wise will have a proper staffing system behind him, a proper good recruitment set up, and I think that like Klopp leaving Liverpool for them right now. The only thing we can compare it to is like Sir Alex, but it's nowhere near as big. But Sir Alex left us in a mess with what we were left with. Not saying it was his fault. He knew when he was getting out. It was the right time for Fergie to get out, but we just didn't handle it well as a club. I think Liverpool will be in a miles better place. They will. They will. Graham says it has been a toxic fixture for coming up to 50 years. It's very sad. Matt Busby and Bill Shankly were almost best mates. It's a different world altogether. Graham's right in what it used to be and the respect that there was in football has completely died. It has completely died. And it's a sorry state of affairs. It is. You're always going to have the same people every single game that are just going there to cause shit and trouble. There's nothing you can do about it. They'll find a way in. They always do. United are trying to clamp down on the ticket side of things to stop people and touts giving away tickets to willy-nilly anyone. Like, this is why there are away fans in the home sections and fights breaking out at different stages within games. You see what happened with West Brom and Wolves and their FA Cup tie a couple of months ago. It needs to be policed better, but clubs are struggling financially and can't afford the better policing setups as well. So more has to be done, but it's whether or not anyone's going to lower prices for that work to be done. Are the clubs really interested as long as bums are on seats? There's a lot that needs to be looked into in football. Sat is in the house. If we go through the final, Erik ten Hag needs to devise a plan to beat City. We're beaten before we play like last season when we concede so early. We have to set up differently. We do. We need to compete with City. We 100% do need to go at it like we did at Old Trafford last season. I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't think when Klopp leaves it will go downhill, especially if we get Alonso. Also, congratulations. Congratulations to you on your win yesterday. Liverpool bottled it and you deserve the win. Thank you, Robert. That is what it's all about. Friendly banter. We like to give it to the Liverpool fans. They give it to us. Craig has also sent me a message saying congratulations. All that happens on the day is fun. You give it, you throw it in the faces. There's a few swear words thrown in there. We love it. It's that what they do to us, but we don't want anyone to get hurt. We're not harming anyone. And we move on. We laugh. We've got that one in the bag, but they're back again in another 3 weeks, and we go again. Will it be us walking out of Old Trafford that time all happy, or will Liverpool get their revenge? Bigger trophy to play for. Let's not forget that. How interested will United still be in the Premier League when it comes to that stage? Like, I think after that, week after we play, no, I think it's 2 weeks after the Liverpool game, we're at Wembley. I think how much do we put into the FA Cup? I think we've got more than enough in our squad to handle playing all out for the Premier League games and win that FA Cup. I do. Thank you so much, guys. We're over 300 likes in the house, 6.5 in the room with us right now. Love it. You have been absolutely amazing tonight, guys. Comments are flying. Alonso is also looking at the Real Madrid, at the real deal. The real deal? Is that Real Madrid? Jedi Stew, Sir Matt and Shanklin might have respected each other, but trust me, fan trouble was far worse in the 60s. I was there, says Jedi Stew. I think you'll probably get a conversation going with Graham there on that one. Fighting over football, brain dead, says Adrian. City almost cook with water. We give them a bigger dimension. That's from Bahman. It's because you normally drunk, Gray. Okay, someone else's conversation. That's as long as Liverpool don't win the league with Klopp's last season, happy days. I just cannot handle Pep winning the league, honestly, guys. Arsenal. I'll take the unforgiving, deluded, crazy, in-your-face Arsenal fans all day long for a summer if it means that City and Liverpool both don't win the league. I think all United fans are in that position right now. They are. Adam, what do you think of our playing style for the last 30 minutes yesterday? It looked great, but the problem is the players couldn't sustain it for 90 minutes. Can we blame the manager for this? We can blame the manager. We can blame the players. We can blame the recruitment. You can blame whatever you want. At the end of the day, injuries, in-game management, players' attitudes, the wrong type of players, player quality, everything has contributed to where we are right now. Yesterday, I thought we stumbled upon something which was changing of faces, i.e., we gave Ahmad game time. Anthony got a few more minutes. Players that wanted to prove a point were on the pitch. I think the playing style isn't sustainable, but I think we can use that in the games that we've got left. Like I said before, we've got teams that are going to come and attack us in these games. Like Newcastle, Arsenal, Liverpool coming to Old Trafford. They're going to go at us. They're not going to sit back deep. So then games are open. Really open. Can United keep up that energy? Can we sort of maintain a game and go through spells of using that energy at different spells in the game? Actually reserve a bit of energy. Make the substitutions at the right time. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I'm with you. Hate to say it, but yeah, Gooners, says Jedi Stew. On point, Adam, says Donnell. Thank you. With no structure for 10 years, that's the cause. Yep, I agree with that as well. Well, guys, that pretty much is the show done and dusted tonight. Absolutely love that. Great comments coming through all the time there, guys. You're absolutely smashing it tonight. All the new members, absolutely brilliant. Over 300 likes as well, guys. You are killing it. Absolutely killing it. Anyone but City, says Stu. Yes, that is right. So, guys, that is us all done and dusted. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning and this evening. Really love all of your comments and your contributions on both shows. It's been a good day. That is what you call a good Monday. It's not rained in Manchester. Man United beat Liverpool over the weekend. We're looking forward to the international break, putting our feet up and watching some international football. Knowing that Manchester United are still in the FA Cup and still somehow in the Champions League race. We go on from here. It's not long a wait though, because I'm back tomorrow at 12, guys, and I will see you all then. Thank you so much. Make sure you give the video a like on your way out and do hit that subscribe button, everybody. Love you all. See you all tomorrow.